Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. I am Dr. Bishra. This lecture is the continuation of previous lecture. Learning objective of today's lecture are following. By the end of this lecture, participants will be able to interpret structure, biochemical role and marker of mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, peroxisome, cytoskeleton. This is the structure of cell. We have already discussed nucleus, ribosome, lysosome. Today we will discuss remaining subcellular structure. First of all, we will discuss mitochondria. What comes in your mind while listening word mitochondria? Yes, what comes in mind is powerhouse because it is a major site for biosynthesis of ATP. This is a diagrammatic representation of mitochondria. As I have already told you that glutamic dehydrogenase is the marker of mitochondria. Each mitochondrion is surrounded by two membranes, an outer membrane and an inner membrane, separating the mitochondrial matrix from the cytosol. Space between an outer membrane and inner membrane is called intermembranous space. The inner membrane forms invagination known as crista. The crista contain the complexes of electron transport chain, that is complex 1, complex 2, complex 3 and complex 4, and ATP synthase, which also called complex 5. Mitochondrial matrix is the compartment enclosed by the inner mitochondrial membrane. Most of the enzymes for the tricarboxylic acid cycle and other pathways for oxidation are located in the mitochondrial matrix, like beta oxidation of fatty acid and pyruvate dehydrogenase. The inner mitochondrial membrane is highly impermeable. Even proton cannot pass through it. The proton gradient is built up across inner mitochondrial membrane during oxidative phosphorylation. The development of this gradient is essential for ATP generation for adenosine diphosphate and phosphate. Proton gradient established by the electron transport chain is also required for transport of ions across membranes occurs through facilitative transporters in secondary active transport. The outer membrane contains pores made from proteins called porins and is permeable to molecules with a molecular weight up to about 1000 delta. Mitochondria can replicate by division, however most of their protein must be imported from the cytosol. Mitochondria contain a small amount of DNA. In this diagram, here you can see ribosome. Mitochondria contains small amount of DNA which is called mitochondrial DNA. You can see that one mitochondria is offering its DNA to other, but other is refusing as it has its own DNA. Mitochondrial DNA contains 37 genes which are essential for normal function of mitochondria. 13 of these gene encoded protein involved in oxidative phosphorylation. Most of the enzymes and proteins in mitochondria are encoded by nuclear DNA and synthesized on cytoplasmic ribosomes. They are imported through membrane pores by a receptor-mediated pores involving members of the heat shock family of proteins. Now the mitochondrial enzyme. Outer membrane, inner membrane and intermembranous space and mitochondrial matrix contain different sets of enzymes. Mitochondria contain most of the enzymes for the pathways of fuel oxidation and oxidative phosphorylation and generate most of the ATP required by mammalian cells. The enzymes of outer mitochondrial membranes are acyl-CoA synthetase and glycerophosphate transferase. Intermembranous space of mitochondria contain adenylyl kinase and creatine kinase. Mitochondrial matrix contain enzymes of citric acid cycle, beta oxidation of fatty acid and pyruvate dehydrogenase. Enzymes of inner mitochondrial membranes are electron carrier and include complex 1, 2, 3 and complex 4 of electron transport chain and ATP synthase. Transporters are also located in inner mitochondrial membrane. Complexes of electron transport chain and ATP synthase are essential for ATP generation and generate greater than 90% of ATP. First MCQ of today. Dear students, mitochondrial matrix contain which of the following enzyme? Option A, ATP synthase. Option B, acyl-CoA synthetase. Option C, adenylyl kinase. Option D, creatine kinase. Option E, pyruvate dehydrogenase. Dear students, write answer on your notebook to evaluate yourself. The correct answer is option E, pyruvate dehydrogenase. Now the functions of mitochondria. As I have already told you that mitochondria contain most of the enzymes for the pathways of fuel oxidation and oxidative phosphorylation and generate most of the ATP required by mammalian cells. ATP biosynthesis occurs in mitochondria from ADP and phosphate. All reactions of TCA cycle and oxidation of fatty acids entirely occur in mitochondria. And few reactions of urea cycle, heme biosynthesis, cardiolipin biosynthesis, quinone and steroid biosynthesis also occur in mitochondria. Mitochondria also involved in cell signaling, apoptosis, which is programmed cell death, cellular differentiation and formation of reactive oxygen species and aging. Cytochrome C, a component of the mitochondrial electron transport chain, is an initiator of apoptosis. Mitochondria have a key role in aging. Spontaneous mutation within mitochondrial DNA have been implicated with aging. Now the diseases of mitochondria. Inherited mutation within mitochondrial DNA result in several genetic diseases that affects skeletal muscle, neuronal tissue, and renal tissues. Spontaneous mutation with mitochondrial DNA have been implicated with aging. The inheritance of mitochondria is by maternal transmission. The diseases caused by the mutation of mitochondrial DNA are transmitted by a female to her offspring because mitochondria in the fertilized egg are derived from the ovum. Very active cells have large number of mitochondria, for example, spermatozoa. Head of the sperm has no mitochondria, but sperm contain large number of mitochondria in tail taking energy from fructose. Fertilized egg has mitochondria from ova. I have already told you diseases of mitochondria only from maternal side. Now the endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is a network of membranous tubules within the cell. Endoplasmic reticulum is consisting of smooth endoplasmic reticulum which lacks ribosomes and rough endoplasmic reticulum which is studded with ribosome. Outer nuclear membrane is continuous with rough endoplasmic reticulum. Marker of endoplasmic reticulum is glucose 6-phosphatase as I have already told you. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum has several functions. It contains enzymes for the synthesis of many lipids such as triacylglycerol and phospholipids. It also contains the cytochrome P450 oxidative enzyme involved in the metabolism of drugs and toxic chemicals such as ethanol and the synthesis of hydrophobic molecules such as steroid hormones. Glycogen is stored in regions of liver cells that are rich in smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes attached to the membranes of the rough endoplasmic reticulum give them their rough appearance. The rough endoplasmic reticulum is involved in certain protein biosynthesis. Post-translation modification of these proteins, such as the initiation of end-linked glycosylation and the addition of GPI anchors, occurs in the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Protein produced on these ribosomes enter the lumen of the rough endoplasmic reticulum, travel to the Golgi complex in vesicles. They are subsequently either secreted from the cell and sequestered within membrane enclosed organelles such as lysosome or embedded in the plasma membrane. Now it's again time for brainstorming. Which of the following organelle contains enzymes for biosynthesis of lipid, for example, triacylglycerol and phospholipid? Option A, mitochondria. Option B, endoplasmic reticulum. Option C, Golgi complex. Option D, peroxisomes. Option E, lysosome. Please recall previous slide. The correct answer is option B, endoplasmic reticulum. Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus. It consists of a curved stack of flattened vesicles in the cytoplasm. It is generally divided into three compartments. The trans-Golgi network, which often faces the plasma membrane, the medial Golgi stacks, and the cis-Golgi network, which is often convex and faces the nucleus. Marker of Golgi complex is galactosyl transferase. It is responsible for modification, sorting, and distribution of proteins. Vesicles transport material to and from the Golgi apparatus. Now the functions of the Golgi complex. The Golgi complex is involved in modifying proteins produced in the rough endoplasmic reticulum and in sorting and distributing these proteins to the lysosome, secretory vesicles, or the plasma membrane. The Golgi complex also participates in post-translational modification of proteins such as complex branch chain oligosaccharide addition, sulfation, and phosphorylation. Now next is peroxisome. Peroxisomes are cytoplasmic organelles similar in size to lysosome. Peroxisomes are membrane-bound organelles produced from endoplasmic reticulum. Liver cells have large amount of peroxisomes, but they are not present in RBCs and spermatozoa. They are bounded by a single membrane. Peroxisomes are involved in oxidative reaction using molecular oxygen. These reactions produce the toxic chemical hydrogen peroxide, which is subsequently used or degraded within the peroxisome by catalase and other enzymes. Peroxisome can replicate. They contain no DNA. Peroxisome function in the oxidation of very long chain fatty acids containing 20 or more carbons to shorter chain fatty acids. Peroxisome involved in the conversion of cholesterol to bile acids and the synthesis of ether lipids called plasmalogens. Marker of peroxisomes are catalase and uric acid oxidase. Now we will discuss the cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton is flexible fibrous protein support system that maintain the geometry of the cell, fixes the position of organelles, moves compound within the cell, facilitate movements of the cell itself. Cytoskeleton is composed of microtubules or tubulin, actin microfilaments or thin filaments or microfilaments, and intermediate filaments. Microtubules composed of tubulin which moves and position organelles and vesicles. Actin are thin filaments composed of actin which form a cytoskeleton. Intermediate filament composed of different fibrous protein. We will discuss these in coming slides. Microtubules. They are cylindrical tubes composed of alpha-beta tubulin heterodimers present in all nucleated cells and platelets. They are responsible for the positioning of organelles in the cell cytoplasm and movements of vesicles. They also form the spindle apparatus for the cell division. Microtubules associated protein project outwards to attach the microtubules to other cellular components. The microtubules grows by the addition of alpha-beta dimers containing bound guanosine triphosphate to the plus end of the polymers. Kinesin and dynein are motor proteins that transport cargo along the microtubules. Actin filaments or thin filaments are microfilaments. Actin polymers form the thin filaments, also called microfilaments, in the cells that are organized into compact ordered bundles or loose network arrays by cross-linking proteins. F-actin is composed of a helical arrangement of globular G-actin subunits. Actin filament form a network that control the shape of the cell and movement of the cell surface, allowing cells to move, divide, engulf particles and contract. Actin is present in all living cells. The actin polymers called F-actin is composed of a helical arrangement of globular G-actin subunits. Within the polymers, each G-actin subunit contains a bound ATP or ADP that holds the actin fold into a closed conformation. Actin polymers form the thin filaments, also called microfilaments. Now the intermediate filaments. Intermediate filaments are composed of fibrous protein polymers. Each intermediate filament subunit is composed of a long rod-like alpha helical core containing globular spacing domains and globular amino and carboxyl terminal domains. Intermediate filament provide structural support to membranes of the cell and scaffolding for attachment of other cellular components. The alpha helical segments of two subunits coil around each other to form a coiled coil, then combine with another dimer coil to form a tetramer. Depending on the type of filament, the dimer may be either heterodimers or homodimers. Tetramers join end to end to form protofilaments. Approximately 8 protofilaments combine to form filaments. Filament assembly is partially controlled through phosphorylation. This is all about today's lecture, and thank you very much.